out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Mustangs will kick it away to start us off. Bringing it back. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Offense set on first down.
Get set, get set.
Back to pass, it's Ramsey. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open in. Nice job between those two.
Got it.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Looking to move it through the air. He looks that one in nicely. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
It's complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Okay, ready?
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take two plays to get the first. To the ground to try to move the chains. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And the Tigers with the 1st and 10.
Razor.
Quarterback will audible.
Tuna.
Motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Ramsey. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Missouri!
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch.
On the set.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense.
Cobra.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary?
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45.
Dino. Green 25. Go. Flex.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets to first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
On the ready.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45.
Can. Ready.
The give to the lone running back.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Spider. Ready, go.
Now he's looking to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Fisher. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
The run to the left. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone.
Ready.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about,
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Looking to pass. It's Ramsey. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
And the fumble recovery gives the ball to the offense with a 1st and goal.
29 Philly.
Try to barge their way in. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal.
Timber. Terrier.
He's looking to throw. Escapes trouble. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. And they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They go to the ground. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
On the ready.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break.
Igloo.
Dropping back, it's Ramsey. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Second down coming up.
Black 24. Black 24.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. At the 45 on his way. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
25.
Trying to find his man on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Now 2nd and 10.
42 Spiders. 4 to Hawk. Hawk. Timber.
They keep attacking through the air. He's right on target. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Looking to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is...
And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over.
Set, go!
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Looking to throw on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fisher. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
It's caught. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Jackrabbit.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop route.
Going for it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Ringo.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, SMU! All tied up after that one. Possible shootout coming.
And the offense does its job, and now the pressure switches back to the other offense. Points at a premium.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Indiana is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply do not see from this program. Embarrassing. They're trailing by 17 to Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They'll line up for a second down play.
Lasso.
Looking to throw, it's Ramsey. Working that left side now. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
It's so important when a safety drops that he takes the right angles. You see those receivers flying across his face. He's got to go meet the ball and the receiver a lot of times at the same time. Great break, great job getting to the football and then securing it. A lot of times you're like, oh, man, catch it, catch it, catch it. I don't have the best hands. That's why I play safety.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it.
And he's got it inside the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15.
Yankee blue. Igloo.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
Razor.
The corners are walked up tight.
Go.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Snagged on the outside, it's Fisher. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. The field goal is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the going deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Missouri!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
It's complete. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Tuna. Go.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
The sure hands, it's Fisher. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime.
Spider. Squirrel.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
On the double.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down.
Let's. Moves.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Mustangs will have it first and 10.
Cut. Player.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Jackrabbit. Belly stutter. Ready.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This is a defense that comes to play every week with bad intentions, and they set the tone in games by making hits like that. They've got players on defense that play downhill, and they come flying in. If you're a ball carrier, you better get down. You keep trying to fight for extra yards, or you don't have your head on a swivel. Watch out, because these dudes lay the lumber.
On 3rd down, going up top. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And the Mustangs will try to move the sticks on 4th down.
Slab.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Right down the middle. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Ready.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense.
Set. Hut.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Snags it. Touchdown, Mustangs. They take the lead with the 6.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Notre Dame notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from South Bend is worth its weight in gold to the Golden Domers. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wide out in motion. Back to throw, it's Ramsey. Zings it complete to the right. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Lasso.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Got it.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
Easy.
He's looking to throw it. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
Ready, set.
Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Ready.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page.
He's going for a big play downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line.
Okay,
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
On the double.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3.
Black 24. Black 24. Hey.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Got the tight end outside. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
After that completion, move the chains. Now first down.
9-1. Gator Spar. Cricket.
The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. And the timing just a hair off.
Ready up.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line.
Get set. Get set. Hawk. Acorn.
From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
Green 25.
They'll go right back to him. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easier. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to run for it. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
The Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers.
Read up. 42 Spider. Cut it.
The hand to the running back. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, SMU!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to bring it out from deep. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line.
Moves. Roll it, roll it.
The give to the back. Oh, it's loose. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down.
And as a defense, you just want to steal some possessions, create some turnovers. You force the fumble, but man, what a break for the offense to fall back on it. Those are moments that you just get a little bit frustrated because it's the luck of a bounce.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Lasso.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Fisher. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum.
Ready.
Now on 2nd down.
Yankee blue. Yankee blue. Igloo.
He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Roth. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And the Mustangs line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
With the catch, it's Sims. And more yards after contact. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They're going to throw it again. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Ball State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Schumann Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Eastern Michigan. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Okay, you have a 2-score advantage here, so while you want to be aggressive, David, don't hand them a cheap one.
Dang right. I'm not being reckless. I can still be aggressive, but a punt is not the worst thing, Jesse, in this situation in the 4th quarter.
You're right, David. You don't want to be reckless. So as a play caller here, let's dial up some things you know your quarterback sees well in the passing game.
Give to the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Ready.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense.
Pound 55 weak. Ready, ready.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Hands it off. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Ready.
Got
right.
8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2.
Set.
They'll go to the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up